My name is Luke Courtney. I am 15 years old. Today is February 28th. And I'm speaking with my grandma, who is my grandmother. We were recording in Springfield, Missouri. Can you tell me a little bit about your childhood? What were you like as a child?
Okay, Luke. I was born in 1950, so I'm now 69 years old. And so I grew up in the 60s, which a lot of people have lots of memories from that time. What was I like? I was pretty quiet and pretty shy most of the time. Um, and I always just tried to do what my parents told me to do because I was kind of that kind of personality. That's kind of what I was like.
Are there any positive moments or memories from your life that you think shaped who you are today? And are there any negative events or memories that you think shaped who you are today?
One thing, I guess I could think of one thing, and that was when I was in junior high. I got put into a class that was not with my best friends, and I grew up with friends from kindergarten through 7th grade, and all of a sudden I wasn't with my best friends, and I actually came home from school crying because I was so sad I wasn't with my friends, and that kind of shaped me because it taught me that I really needed to learn how to make friends.
I know the feeling. Share with me the story of how you and Grandpa met, and then tell me about your wedding and
Oh
honeymoon.
my gosh. Okay, so we met. This could be a long story, but you probably don't have that kind of time.
That's all right.
The story is that I have a group of girlfriends I've mentioned before, and we had friends that were playing in a band, and they were a little bit older than us. And we always went to their dances when they had a gig, as they say. And so one night there was a dance, and we all went together. And this fellow that I met there turned out to be your papa, but he was friends with the guys that I already knew. He had met them at SMS. So we met on the dance floor. We're very attracted to each other. And after that, he called me and asked me to go to another dance. And I had to ask my parents, of course, because I was 17 and I couldn't go anywhere without their permission. And remarkably, they said yes, since he was 4 years older than me. They said yes. I still can't believe they did. And we started dating at that point. And then, tell me about your wedding and honeymoon. Well, we were engaged a year later when I was 18. We were married the following year when I was 19. We got married in a small church wedding, had a little reception at my parents' house, not a fancy thing at all. And we went to New Orleans, Louisiana, for a honeymoon. We will be married 50 years this spring, and I think we're going to take a little trip to New Orleans to see what it looks like now. But yeah, that was a pretty fast courtship when you think about it, and I was pretty young. I wouldn't recommend getting married that young, but I was kind of head over heels. I couldn't help it. I
Would you
did it.
change anything about it?
Well, there are times when I think back and I'm thinking, well, maybe I shouldn't have gotten married that young. Maybe I was too young. But it all worked out. It all worked out. But at the time, he was in the service, and he went to Vietnam for a year, and I lived with my parents. So I just went to school, which wasn't any fun, just going to school. No social life there for a year. So that was kind of boring, but we were committed from the beginning, so that's the way it was.
Very nice. Are there any lessons your work life has taught you?
Well, I think your work life can teach you a whole lot, because working with people every day, some people, like I said, are annoying, and some people are wonderful, and some of the public is annoying, and some are great, and some are truly people you don't want to even talk to, but you still need to. It has taught me to have great patience with people who aren't thinking along the same lines I am, and I still always try to be extremely patient with people who were either annoying or not doing what I wanted them to do. I guess it just taught me that, maybe patience and kindness, going back to that, are things you just can't go wrong there.
Yeah. That is all the questions I have. Is there anything else that you'd like to say?
Well, Luke, it's been a pleasure. Did you learn anything from me that you didn't already know?
Of course.
Well, it's been fun. It's
Yeah.
been fun.
All right. Thank you for your time.
You're welcome.
All right.